Hi guys, Lindsay here with Storybook Family Farm. So today I want to show you guys the progress that I've been making along the foundation wall of our house. So this here was the original window, original for when we bought this house, for the hole right here. This is the all new, handmade, homemade Lindsay window. So it was in a regular size, this hole was, this opening. So I had to brainstorm and come up with a way to make a window for here. So I actually went to Menards and I bought a piece of plexiglass, and then I basically just built a frame and then secured the plexiglass to the frame and then secured the frame to the window hole and stuff. So it definitely was a cheap fix. It's not fancy, but it works and stuff. So I'm going to end up later today, I'm going to caulk around in here because there is some daylight that you can see from the basement coming through here. But I tell you what, it is so incredibly nice to have a window here instead of just this creepy looking piece of plywood. Like I keep being tripped out whenever I look down towards the basement stairs and stuff, because the door in the kitchen that goes to the basement, there's half of it's glass so you can see down and stuff, and I keep tripping out thinking that somebody left the light on downstairs because it is so much brighter down there. It's kind of insane because this is the north side of the house, so you wouldn't think that very much light would be let in through this window, but there's an incredible amount that gets let in. I had to go down in the basement earlier today, which I really don't like basements, but I had to go down there and I took a flashlight down because that's what we used to always have to do, is even in the daytime, take a flashlight down so that way you can see and stuff. And I went down there, had my flashlight and everything. I'm like, wait a second, I don't even need this flashlight. I'm like, wow, this is weird. I can see down here. I'm like, this is very bizarre and stuff. But yeah, so it's definitely feels nice to have this project here completed and checked off, because that board, it wasn't even close to covering the entire gap. And then I also did some spray foaming down in here, which you can't hardly tell because I did paint over it. There was a big hole right here, and then there was a big hole over here also that I did do spray foam on, and I did cut it back. And then yesterday I worked on repainting this portion of the basement, just on the outside. So the material that our basement is made out of is, I think they're called terracotta block. So it's actually something that was actually made here in the same town that we live in. So it's kind of neat because the blocks are all stamped. But yeah, so they require to be painted on the outside for them to in order for them to have weatherproofing and stuff, and to hold up to the climate and the weather and that sort of a thing. They have to be painted, and these have not been painted in I don't know how long. So I worked on scraping off the old paint that was over here that was kind of in shambles, and repainting that yesterday. I only got to the next window, which is right past that air conditioner unit thing. So that's as far as I got to yesterday, because honestly, squatting down for so long to get the window frame done and built out and all that stuff, my knees are so sore from that. And then today my hip is also bothering me quite a bit from being squatted down for so many hours to, do that window, to install it, and then all of the painting and all of that. So I had intended on, prior to getting up this morning, that I would then work on finishing painting the whole rest of the basement, foundation wall, but there's no way. My hip, I have a lot of problems with my hip. And so at some point when I slept, my hip popped out, and it is basically pinching something every time, internally pinching, I'm assuming soft tissue. I don't really know terms, but so in the front part of my hip, every time that I sit down or squat down, something in there is getting pinched, and it is very uncomfortable. So I'm pretty much resorted to just standing constantly today. So that kind of throws a wrinkle in the plans of trying to paint any of that, to make it look nicer. So that's kind of a bit of a bummer. But I mean, it is what it is. So I do have some standing projects that I can do, and I'm probably going to also today work on picking up more of the trash and the junk that is just laying around here. It's kind of embarrassing and stuff, actually, to see some of how it is, because it's just, some of it's our stuff and some of it is, stuff that previous owners have left here. But yeah, it's all stuff that needs taken care of, and I'm the one to do it, I suppose. So the turkeys agree. So yeah, if you're enjoying our content, please give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends on social media, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to help us grow. We'd greatly appreciate it. All right, thanks for watching. Have a good one, guys.